Hi everybody, my name is Alex and welcome to my memory box assignment number 2. This one is on vitamins, PE drugs, steroids, dietary supplements, and etc. So this one's pretty straightforward, so let's just jump into it. The first quote I've included is dietary supplements include vitamins, minerals, and other less familiar substances such as herbals, botanicals, amino acids, enzymes, and animal extracts. This piece of information is important as it gives us insight, that should say gives, but I accidentally wrote give, gives us oh no, I just can't read. This piece of information is important as it gives us, insight as to what is considered a dietary supplement. That in turn is helpful information because now we can differentiate between dietary supplements and actual medication. I actually found out that some people have a one heck of a time trying to figure out what's a dietary supplement, what's actual medication, and where the line is crossed. So I think this can be really helpful for those people. Number 2, many supplements contain active ingredients that have strong biological effects in the body. This could make them unsafe in some situations and hurt or complicate your health. This fact warns readers that the usage of certain dietary supplements could be harmful to them, as supplements have the potential to interact harmfully with prescription medications or other supplements that one could take. So basically, St. John's wort. St. John's wort is supposedly supposed to help some forms of depression. Now, I have depression and I take medication for it, but I can't take St. John's wort with that medication because they'll interact harmfully and my body will shut down, or I could have just issues with it. So, this is important to remember if you're going to take both dietary supplements and prescription medication. Number 3, dietary supplements are not approved by the government for safety and effectiveness before they are marketed. If a dietary supplement contains a new ingredient that the sorry, if a dietary supplement contains a new ingredient, that ingredient will be reviewed by the FDA, not approved, prior to marketing, but only for safety, not effectiveness. This passage alerts potential consumers that only the safety of the ingredients of a particular dietary supplement are reviewed, not the effectiveness. So, if you're looking at a bottle of whatever supplement or whatever vitamin you're going to take, it doesn't really sorry, I can't talk today. It doesn't really show the effectiveness of the medication, or not. It's not even I swear, my brain and my mouth need to become friends very soon. uh it doesn't measure the effectiveness of that particular dietary supplement. It only measures the safety of it. And so if you're going to take vitamin C to because you have a vitamin C deficiency, um it doesn't measure the effectiveness of that vitamin C uh supplement, whatever you're taking, whether it be a pill or emergency or anything like that. It doesn't necessarily prove the effectiveness of it. It doesn't. It just says how safe it is for you to take. So be pretty careful with that. Number 4, vitamins have various functions that help regulate metabolism to prevent chronic disease, such as heart disease and cancer, and to maintain normal appetite, mental health, and immunity. By defining various vitamins' function, this fact is promoting usage of vitamins and encouraging people to live healthier lives. That one's pretty straightforward. If your vitamins are balanced and you are getting enough and you're not deficient in a certain vitamin, then you should be okay. I know problems can come up from time to time, and you get sick. And once you get sick, you just down a bunch of orange juice because it has vitamin C. But if your vitamin levels are balanced, then you should be able. I don't have a medical degree, but you should be able to maintain, like this says, normal appetite, mental health, and immunity. Number 5, we should maintain a balanced diet and not be food picky. The food pyramid provides the general guidelines for eating healthy, and you will absorb sufficient and appropriate vitamins from your daily intake. There is no need to take extra nutritional supplements to stay healthy. If someone was to maintain a healthy, balanced diet, they would not necessarily need to take dietary supplements to make up for their lack in nutrients. I say not necessarily because some people are just born with vitamin deficiencies, and there are definitely issues that are more genetic, and even having a balanced diet uh, may not work for some people because everyone has different body types and everyone has different needs. But for the most part, yes, I do agree with this, and I do think it's important because if someone is to maintain a balanced diet, then you should be able to have the vitamins that you need to stay, all these nice things in number 4. Number 6, the amount of vitamins in food is affected by the ways in which the food is stored or cooked. Vitamins A and C and some vitamin Bs can be destroyed under strong light, so foods rich in those vitamins should be stored in dim places or in the fridge. This informs readers about the effects of elements and light on certain foods and can guide the way they cook their food. This is important because if you're eating like an orange and you've exposed you're trying to eat an orange to increase your vitamin C intake. I talk a lot about vitamin C intake because it's the only thing I really know about. Uh, but if you're eating an orange, but that orange has been left out on your counter, which is right by a window, and the sun has just beamed down onto this orange, then, well, the amount of vitamin C could possibly be impacted by the amount of light that is shown onto the orange, and you might actually end up getting less vitamin C than you would from an orange that was stored in a cool, dim place. Uh, Number 7, WADA also issues a list of banned substances, which is revised annually. This list also contains medication to use to treat illnesses. If an athlete requires medication from the banned list and there is no other alternative, a therapeutic use exemption must be applied for. Insight into how medications are prescribed to athletes can help casual people be mindful of what is in the medications they find themselves taking. So, if I'm taking a medication that has steroidal properties, I think casual people might want to be mindful of that and see what effects it has on their body. At least that's what I think. Number 8, doping is defined as any substance or drug that, when taken, gives an athlete an unfair advantage relative to a clean athlete. The main aim, I can't read, of doping is to enhance athletic performance. The banning of these drugs promotes a more level playing field, which is what all sporting organizations seek to achieve. By being aware of what doping is and what it does to the human body, coaches and referees can recognize when someone has been athletically enhanced by means of steroids and keep athleticism fair for everyone. That one's pretty straightforward. Continuous use of steroids can decrease the body's responsiveness to the drug's tolerance, as well as cause the body to stop producing its own testosterone. Breaks in steroid use are believed to redress these issues. Now, I didn't put an explanation for this, which I don't know why, but basically, why this is important is that if you are taking a medication that has steroidal properties or are using steroids as an athlete, which, okay, bad on you, but whatever. Uh, I think it's like if you repeatedly take a drug. This happens, I believe. Don't quote me on this, but I think this happens with a lot of medications or a lot of antibiotics. So there's a debate going around that doctors are over medicating the immune system or over medicating bacteria, uh, and making our bodies actually weaker to fight off harmful bacteria. But if you take a lot of a drug, right? So, say, I don't know if this is applicable, but I'm going to try. If I take Claritin for my allergies, and I keep taking Claritin pretty much day in, day out to keep my nose clear, eventually your body will stop responding to the essentially stop responding to the drug. So, that's your drug's tolerance. That's I have no idea if that's correct, but don't quote me on this. I'm just trying here. And number 10, the final one. The most important difference is that steroids do not trigger rapid increases in the neurotransmitter dopamine, which is responsible for the rewarding high that drives the abuse of other substances. So dopamine is found commonly. It can be found commonly in antidepressants and anti-anxiety because usually people who have depression are low on the happy chemical, which is dopamine or norepinephrine, and basically steroids don't trigger that dopamine, and if they don't trigger dopamine, then that means they have a different appeal. What I mean by that is some people take certain illegal drugs because they do stimulate the production of the chemical dopamine or norepinephrine or some kind of happy chemical, but steroids don't do that. So there has to be some other attraction to that. I hope some of that, any of that made sense. And thank you so much for watching, and have a good day. Okay, bye.